Timmy, Billy, Emily and Jake were the best of friends. They had known each other since they were little kids and had always shared a love for adventure. Their favorite activity was riding their bikes around the neighborhood, exploring new places and creating unforgettable memories. They loved riding their bikes together. Every weekend, they would meet up at the park and plan their route for the day. Sometimes they would race each other, and other times they would just enjoy a leisurely ride, chatting and laughing along the way. Timmy had a shiny red mountain bike. He had saved up for months to buy it, and it was his pride and joy. He loved the way it handled on rough terrain and the sense of freedom it gave him. Billy rode a cool blue BMX. He was the daredevil of the group, always trying out new tricks and stunts. His bike was perfect for the jumps and ramps he loved to tackle. Emily had a bright yellow road bike. She loved the speed and agility it offered, and she was always the fastest in the group. Her bike was sleek and stylish, just like her. Jake zoomed around on his green and orange chopper. It was a unique bike that always turned heads. Jake loved the attention it brought him and the smooth ride it provided.
"This is going to be epic!" Jake exclaimed as they gathered at the park one sunny morning. The excitement was palpable as they prepared for their biggest adventure yet.
One sunny morning, they decided to go on an adventure. They packed some snacks, grabbed their helmets and made sure their bikes were in perfect condition. They had planned a route that would take them through the forest, across a stream and up a hill with a breathtaking view. They set off on their bikes, the wind in their hair and the sun on their faces. The journey was filled with laughter, challenges and moments of awe as they discovered new paths and hidden spots. They were ready for a day of fun and friendship. As they rode together, they felt a deep sense of camaraderie and joy. It was these moments that made their friendship so special, and they knew that no matter where life took them, they would always have their adventures on wheels. The friends started their journey on a busy highway. Big trucks rumbled past, their horns honking. Cars zipped by, their drivers waving at the young cyclists. The highway was full of noise and activity. But Timmy, Billy, Emily and Jake weren't scared. They were too busy enjoying the ride. They laughed and chatted as they pedaled along. The wind whipped through their hair and the sun warmed their faces.
"Hey Billy, check out this sweet jump."
Jake pointed to a small ramp at the side of the road. It wasn't just any ramp, it was the one they had built together last summer. They had spent hours perfecting it, making sure it was just the right height and angle for the perfect jump. The memories of those days came flooding back as Jake's eyes sparkled with excitement. Billy, never one to back down from a challenge, steered his BMX towards the ramp. He could feel the adrenaline pumping through his veins. The wind rushed past his face as he pedaled faster and faster, his heart beating in sync with the rhythm of his wheels. The ramp was getting closer, and he could already imagine the thrill of soaring through the air. He flew through the air, landing perfectly on the other side. The moment seemed to stretch out, as if time itself had slowed down to savor the joy of the jump. The ground beneath him felt solid and reassuring as he landed, the tires of his bike gripping the dirt with a satisfying crunch. He had done it, and the feeling of accomplishment was overwhelming.
"Woohoo! Go, Billy!" Jake's voice rang out, filled with pride and excitement. He couldn't contain his joy as he watched his friend conquer the ramp they had built together. It was a moment of pure, unfiltered happiness, the kind that only comes from shared experiences and mutual support.
"Woohoo, go Billy!" echoed another friend, their voice blending with Jake's to create a chorus of encouragement. The camaraderie among them was palpable, each cheer a testament to their bond and the adventures they had shared over the years.
They loved watching Billy perform his bike tricks. Every jump, every spin, every daring move was a spectacle that left them in awe. It wasn't just about the tricks themselves, but the way Billy executed them with such confidence and flair. His passion for BMX was infectious, inspiring his friends to push their own limits and try new things. They continued down the highway, their laughter echoing in the air. The open road stretched out before them, a symbol of endless possibilities and adventures yet to come. The sun was beginning to set, casting a golden glow over the landscape and making their shadows dance on the pavement. It was a perfect evening, the kind that would be etched in their memories forever. Being together, sharing these moments, made their adventure even more special. It wasn't just about the bike tricks or the jumps, it was about the friendship and the joy of being in each other's company. They knew that no matter where life took them, they would always have these memories to look back on. a reminder of the laughter and the bond they shared on two wheels. After a while, the highway gave way to a winding road that led up into the hills. The friends pedaled harder, their legs working as they climbed higher and higher. The air grew cooler, and the traffic noise faded away. Finally, they reached the top of the highest hill. They stopped to catch their breath and admire the view. The sun was beginning to set, painting the sky in shades of orange, pink, and purple.
Wow, it's beautiful.
The friends found a perfect spot to set up camp. They had been hiking all day, exploring the dense forest and enjoying the fresh air. The spot they chose was a small clearing surrounded by tall trees, providing just enough space for their tent and a cozy campfire. The ground was soft with fallen leaves, and the air was filled with the scent of pine and earth. They knew this was the ideal place to spend the night under the stars.
They pitched their tent under a large oak tree. The tree's branches stretched out like protective arms, offering shelter and a sense of security. As they worked together, they chatted and laughed, sharing stories of their adventures and dreams for the future. The tent went up quickly, a testament to their teamwork and camaraderie. Once the tent was secure, they laid out their sleeping bags and arranged their gear, making sure everything was in its place.
The next morning, the friends woke to the sound of birds singing.
They ate a breakfast of granola bars and fruit, then packed up their campsite.
They were eager to continue their adventure.
As they rode through the hills, they discovered hidden waterfalls, fields of wildflowers, and forests filled with the sound of birdsong.
They raced each other down hills, feeling the wind in their hair.
They helped each other up steep climbs, their friendship giving them strength.
Every day brought new adventures and new discoveries.
They learned about teamwork and perseverance.
They learned to appreciate the beauty of nature.
Most importantly, they learned that the best adventures are even better when shared with friends.
As the sun began to set on their final day, they found themselves back on the familiar highway. They were tired but content, their hearts full of memories.
They knew that this was an adventure they would never forget.
See you guys tomorrow?
Wouldn't miss it.
They all knew that their bike adventures were far from over. There were still so many places to explore, so many memories to make. And so, with a promise to meet again soon, the four friends said their goodbyes, knowing that their shared love of biking and their unbreakable bond of friendship would always bring them back together. After all, the open road was calling, and they had many more epic adventures to experience.